From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, October 1st, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.65 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,279 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.2 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $4,280. Antiwar.com reports, once again reflecting general U.S. support for the status quo in national boundaries, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson insisted the U.S. would not recognize the results of Iraqi Kurdistan's referendum from earlier in the week. Kurdistan voted to secede with over 92% in favor, a vote with massive turnout. Tillerson insisted the vote lacks legitimacy, specifically complaining that it was conducted unilaterally without permission from the Iraqi central government, and adding that the U.S. supports a heavily unified Iraq, yet the accuracy of the numbers are not in question, at least not in any relevant way. Iraqi Kurdistan has long been known to have an overwhelming majority supporting secession, and the vote just reflected that. Rather, the U.S. sees its deep investment in ties to Iraq potentially being wasted by Iraq losing its regional significance with Kurdish independence. Moreover, the Trump administration has repeatedly gone on the record in opposition to secession movements in general, having also criticized the Catalonia vote. Tillerson did, however, urge the whole nation to avoid the use of force. That's something, at least, since Iraq, Iran, and Turkey all seem to be preparing for war against Kurdistan to bring it back under Baghdad's thumb. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a Pennsylvania-based tree trimming company was ordered to pay a record $95 million fine for hiring thousands of immigrants who did not have permission to work in the United States. Federal prosecutors said Asplund Tree Experts, which employs about 30,000 people in the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, hired thousands of workers who were in the United States illegally or who did not have work visas. Furthermore, the privately owned company's hiring structure enabled top management to remain willfully ignorant of the hiring practices. Homeland Security investigators began auditing Asplund's hiring practices in 2009. Eventually, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers determined thousands of the company workers were hired improperly and handed the company a list of names for those whom were hired illegally. Asplund fired hundreds of workers and scores more quit before they could be fired and promised ICE it would reform its hiring practices. Instead of doing so, prosecutors alleged the company doubled down on the hiring strategy, bringing back many of the workers it let go, provided the individuals were able to secure forged or stolen documents that would enable the company to appear as though they had followed the law. Prosecutors also say the company specifically sought to hire undocumented workers because their salaries were lower than those who were legally in the country, and the general lack of family ties in the country made them more mobile. In response to Friday's judgment, Asplund released a statement apologizing for its actions. The company said executives accept responsibility for the charges as outlined and apologize to our customers, associates, and all other stakeholders for what has occurred. When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. Visit libertylobby.info today to find out more. Reuters reports President Donald Trump on Saturday placed blame squarely on Puerto Ricans for the slow recovery from Hurricane Maria after critics and the mayor of San Juan complained his administration's response to the U.S. territory's plight was insufficient. 11 days after the devastating storm wiped out power, water, and communication systems, more than half of the 3.4 million people on the island do not have access to drinking water, and 95% remain without power, according to the U.S. Defense Department. Trump, who plans to visit the island on Tuesday, fired off a series of angry tweets from his private golf club in New Jersey, taking aim at the mayor of San Juan, the island's capital and largest city. On Friday, Carmen Yulín Cruz criticized Trump's administration and begged for more help, a plea that received widespread television coverage in the mainland United States. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.